Hey, I'm here today with a group of awesome yogis. We're gonna go through a Vinyasa 1 flow. This is kind of a beginners or all levels friendly Vinyasa class that we teach to our teacher trainees. We'll give some lots of different options. Feel free to modify, take it a step up or take it a step down depending on how you feel today. It's about 60 minutes, so follow along and enjoy. All right. We will start today in a child's pose. So you can bring your knees either wider together, big toes touch. Press your hips to your heels and relax your forehead down. If for some reason this doesn't feel good on your back, on your knees, you can always come onto your back and draw your knees into your chest. Just let everything settle down, literally into your mat, into the ground below. And then also settle mentally. So any thoughts or plans that you have floating in your head, give them a chance to be put on pause. And begin to tune into your breath. Activate an ujjayi breath, so you're breathing in and out of your nose. And you're creating an audible sound in the back of your throat. It almost sounds like the ocean. You can think of trying to fog up a mirror with your lips sealed, so like a ha, with your lips closed. And the goal is to keep this breath as smooth and steady as you can for the entire practice. If you get a little bit lost or distracted, you can always come back to your breath, so no big deal. Next inhale, come to a tabletop, hands and knees. And as you exhale, adjust so that your shoulders are over your wrists, spread your fingers really wide, and your hips are over your knees. Inhale to a cow pose. Lift your tailbone, drop your belly, roll your shoulders back, look up to the sky. And exhale to cat. Press into your hands, tuck your chin round, really hollow out through your belly. Just like that, 2 more times. Inhale, drop your belly, find a long spine. Exhale, press into your hands, tuck your chin around, hollow it out. 1 more, breathe in. And breathe it out. Come back toward a neutral spine, inhale. Exhale, find downward facing dog. So you can always walk your hands a little bit in front, tuck your toes, lift your hips. First down dog of this practice, maybe of your day. It's like an upside down V. Your legs don't have to be straight and your heels don't have to touch the ground, but they may reach in that direction. Yeah, move around, settle in, kind of feel how it feels. See if you can really press into your fingertips. Keep your fingers spread really wide. So good. Inhale, shift forward to a high plank upper push-up. And exhale, we're going to chaturanga to our bellies. Hug your elbows into your ribs, lower down slowly. You can always drop your knees down. So good. 3 cobras when you get to your belly. Hands stay by your shoulders. Elbows point back. Lift your heart as you breathe in. Peel your heart off the chest, off the ground. Exhale, lower down. 2 more times. Really press into the tops of your feet. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. 1 more time. Breathe in. Beautiful. Breathe out. Press to hands and knees, tabletop, and back to downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Feel free to move around, settle in. I like to think of down dog as my home base. So this is where every time we come back, you check in with your breath, you adjust, come back to that nice present, aware state. Breathing sounds really good. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step your feet up behind your hands. Take your feet about hip distance, if not a little bit wider. Keep your knees really bent. Reach for opposite elbows for ragdoll. And let your head and your neck relax down toward the ground. You can sway a little side to side. Rock forward and back on your toes. Allow your upper body to think of draping down or waterfalling down toward the ground. Release your hands toward the ground. Heel toe your feet in together so your big toes touch. Keep a little space between your heels. Lift halfway up, hands to your shins. Reach your chest forward, breathe in. Exhale, fold, relax your head and your neck down to the ground. Rise to standing. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Inhale, reach your arms up. Interlace your fingers except for your pointer, and as you exhale, stretch up and over to your right. Let your hips lean left. Take a breath in. Go a little deeper as you breathe out. Inhale back to center. Exhale up and over to your left. Another breath in. Another breath out. Beautiful. Back to center. Inhale. Exhale, release your hands, cactus your arms, bend your elbows, open up through your chest. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, navel to spine, nice and slow. Halfway lift, hands to your shins, send your chest forward, shoulders back. Exhale, release your palms down, step back to a high plank upper push-up. Hold there. Inhale, come onto your tippy toes. We're just gonna go halfway down, chaturanga. Exhale, elbows in. Slide your heart forward, inhale, up dog, roll your shoulders back. Come onto the tops of your feet. Downward facing dog. Exhale over your toes, hips to the sky. A few good breaths. Pedal out or move side to side if that still feels good. Or if it feels right to find some stillness, find some stillness. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, little steps or maybe one big hop up toward your hands. Halfway lift, breathe in, send your chest forward. Fold, release your head and your neck. Rise to standing, arms float up to the sky, breathe in. Palms together in front of your heart, breathe out. We'll do that same thing, moving with our breath. Inhale, arms to the sky, interlace your fingers, pointers up. Exhale, up and over to your left, right, hips left. Back to standing, inhale. Up and over to your left, exhale. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, bend your elbows, cactus. Back up, breathe in. Forward fold, Uttanasana, breathe out, navel to spine, take your time. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hands down, step back, high plank, upper push-up. Shift forward as you breathe in, chaturanga as you breathe out. You got it. Up dog, slide your heart forward, really move your shoulders out of your ears. Downward facing dog, exhale. So if you need to move faster or slower, by all means, please do. But see if you can connect the movement to your own breath and lengthen each breath, maybe up to a count of 5. Bend your knees, inhale, look forward. Step or a big hop up to your hands, exhale. Halfway lift, long spine. Fold, relax your head and neck down. Arms to the sky, stand tall, breathe in, Padahastasana. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. One more time like that. Inhale, reach to the sky, interlace your fingers, except for your pointer. Exhale, up and over to your right. Back to center, breathe in. Standing half moon to your left. Beautiful breath. Back up, more length. Exhale, cactus, Anuvasana. Bend your elbows, lift your heart. Inhale, stand taller. Exhale, navel to spine takes you all the way down. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, hands down, step back. If you move straight into chaturanga, bend your elbows if you're hopping. Otherwise, take an inhale, shift forward, exhale, chaturanga, up dog on your inhale. Beautiful downward facing dog as you exhale. So you'll notice you're probably moving at a different pace than your neighbor because you're breathing differently than your neighbor. And that's good. Find your breath, your rhythm. Let's take a breath in through your nose. Let it out through your mouth, make some noise. One more, breathe in. Let it out. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop up toward your hands. Long spine, halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, relax your head and neck down. Rise to standing, arms float high. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Chair pose, nice and low, breathe in. Sink your hips, arms to the sky or straight out in front, depending on how your shoulders feel. Peek down, make sure you can see your toes, keep breathing. Lift your belly button and try and move your shoulders down away from your ears. So plug them down your back, nice, Veronica. We'll take another breath in. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fingertips down, step back to your high plank. Shift forward as you breathe in, chaturanga as you breathe out. Up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. You can always drop to your knees, and you can always skip those vinyasas or that flow, chaturanga, up dog, and just meet us in downward facing dog. Take your right heel to the sky, big breath in. Exhale, bring your knee toward your nose. Really strong core draws you forward, shoulders over your wrist. Yeah, inhale, leg to the sky. Exhale, tap your right knee to your right elbow or shoulder. Use your obliques. Back up, breathe in. Cross it to your left elbow or shoulder. Inhale, leg to the sky, lift through your heel. Exhale, big step forward between your hands. And rise to a crescent lunge. Strong legs, arms reach to the sky. So a few breaths here to kind of settle in. Notice what your hips are doing. Try and send your left hip a little bit more forward. Yeah, lift your belly button and relax your shoulders down your back. It can help to roll your pinky fingers in to relax your shoulders. Breath sounds so good. One more inhale. Warrior two, as you exhale, left heel pivots down, fingertips stretch forward and back. Peek down, right toes face the short edge of your mat, left toes face the long edge of your mat. Front heel in line with back heel or back arch, and you can see your big toes. If your knee's collapsing in, see if you can send it out a little bit more. Keep your legs, reverse warrior, breathe in, stretch up and back. Hold, try and bend a little deeper into your right knee. Stay light on your back hand or wrap it behind your back. One more inhale here. Exhale to your side angle. Start with your forearm on your thigh, left arm to the sky. And then notice your shoulders. If your right shoulder is crunching up to your ear, yeah. See if you can smooth it down your back, open up your chest. If you want to go a little further, right hand can come inside or outside your foot to a block to the ground. Nice, Christine. Awesome, Emily. Beautiful. Keep your legs. Inhale, reverse warrior, all the way up and back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the ground. Step back, high plank, hold, breathe in, come forward. Chaturanga, exhale, elbows in. Up dog, slide your heart forward, shoulders back. Downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Move around, reset your down dog. Spread your fingers really wide. Left heel high, breathe in. Knee to nose, breathe out. Inhale, heel to the sky. Tap your left elbow or shoulder, exhale. Back up, breathe in. Cross it to your right shoulder, exhale. Inhale, reach your leg high. Exhale, step between your hands. Crescent lunge, rise as you inhale. And feel free to find those little adjustments. So notice what's happening through your legs, your hips, your core. Try to relax your shoulders. Keep breathing. Maybe even smile, it's not that serious. One more inhale. Open to warrior two as you exhale, right heel pivots down. So same thing here, take a moment to check out your feet, make sure you can see your big toe. Relax through your shoulders, stretch long through your fingertips. Feel that nice opening. Keep your legs. Inhale, reverse warrior, stretch up and back. Exhale, bend a little deeper into your left knee. We usually come out of that. Stay light on your back hand, or it can always wrap around. And imagine more of a side bend than a back bend. We'll take one more inhale. Exhale, side angle, forearm to your thigh. Right arm to the sky to start. Notice what your shoulders do. Yes. Rotate your heart open. Feel a long line of energy from the edge of your foot through the crown of your head. And then if you decided to go a little deeper, drop your hand inside or outside your foot. You're welcome to go there. Blocks are great for that. I always keep my forearm on my thigh because that's where it feels good for me. Legs are going to stay the same. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach all the way up and back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down toward the ground. Step back, high plank. Breathe in, shift forward. Chaturanga, elbows in, exhale. Up dog, slide your heart forward, shoulders back. Downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Breathe in through your nose. Stick out your tongue, let it out through your mouth. One more, breathe in. Stick out your tongue. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step or maybe a big hop up toward your hands, exhale. Long spine, lift halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, relax your head and neck down. Back to your chair pose, sit low, breathe in. Hold, breathe out. One more inhale. Stand tall, hands to your heart, exhale. So we're gonna play with that one more time, each side, one breath to movement. Inhale to chair, get low. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, hands down, step back through your chaturanga. Up dog as you inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Let's take a moment to all catch up. Right heel to the sky, inhale. Knee to nose, exhale. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, tap your right elbow or shoulder. Back up, breathe in. Cross it to your left elbow or shoulder. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, step between your hands. Crescent lunge, long breath takes you up. Warrior two, exhale, open out. Reverse warrior, breathe in. Side angle, breathe out. Back to reverse warrior, inhale, up and back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, step back. You can meet us in down dog or flow through your chaturanga, up dog. Left heel high, breathe in. Knee to nose, breathe out. Inhale, leg to the sky. Tap your left elbow or shoulder. Back up, breathe in. Cross it to your right elbow or shoulder. Leg high, inhale, long stretch. Big step between your hands, exhale. Use your inhale to rise up, strong legs in core. Exhale, open to warrior two, right heel down. Reverse warrior, breathe in, big side stretch. Side angle, breathe out, forearm to your thigh or hand down. Reverse warrior, inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, step back, flow through your version of Vinyasa. If that means you skip this and just meet us in down dog, do that. Yeah, let out some air, a breath through your mouth. You can flutter your lips or stick out your tongue. Stay in down dog if that feels good, or drop your knees, take a child's pose just to reset. Come back to a really strong, full, steady breath. Once you've reset your breath back to your strong ujjayi, find your way to downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop up toward your hands. Halfway lift, long spine, shoulders back. Nice. Exhale, fold, relax your head and neck down. Rise to standing, arms to the sky. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Sit into your chair pose, get nice and low, breathe in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment, find some length through your spine, and then exhale, twist to your right. Bring your left elbow outside your right knee. So knees want to slide apart here. See if you can glue them together. So take a peek down if you need to. Beautiful, River. You can sit a little deeper with your hips. Lift your heart a little bit more. Think of wringing out through your spine. Yeah, strong, full breaths. One more inhale. Exhale, release to forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, exhale, let it go. Spread your feet about hip distance, so heel toe them out. Wrap your first two fingers around your big toes for Padahastasana. Bend your knees as much as you need, which might be a lot. Think of lengthening your spine, so reach your heart a little bit forward, breathe in. And then exhale, gently release your head and your neck. Let your spine reset back into its natural straight shape from that twist, or as straight as it was. And gently release your toes. Heel toe your feet back in toward each other. Big toes touch a little space between your heels. Sit into your chair pose. Breathe in, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Find some length, breathe in. Exhale, twist to your left. Hook your right elbow outside. So same thing, peek down, notice your knees. Try to sink your hips lower than your heart. Move your shoulders down your back. Imagine you're wringing out through your spine. Yep, see if you can slide your left knee a little bit forward. There you go. One more inhale. Exhale, forward fold. So good. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold, release down. Heel toe your feet out wide again. This time Padahastasana, so foot to hand or hand to foot. You're gonna slide your palms facing up underneath your feet so your toes come to your wrists. So that might mean you bend your knees a ton, so you can slide your entire hand underneath your foot. Create length, keep your knees bent, that's cool. And exhale, fold. Belly might stay on your thighs a lot. You can lean into your toes, give your wrists a little massage, rock side to side or forward and back. And slide your hands out. Heel toe your feet even wider. Heels in, toes out. We're gonna sit into our squat Malasana. Some people call this frog. Little yogi squat. Lengthen through your spine and open up your collarbone, shoulders back, yeah. Any movement, if this is not comfortable, you can always sit on a block. You guys look great. Some people's heels are lifted, that's okay. You can spread your feet as wide as you need to get them toward the ground. So option to stay here. If you want to play with a little arm balance, a little crow pose, hands come down. Knees can stay wide or come high into your armpits. Press into your fingers, look forward, and try to float your feet, maybe bringing your big toes to touch. Keep breathing, that helps. So good, guys, yes. Lots of flyers today. Feet come down. We'll come back into our squat Malasana. Just one breath in to lengthen through your spine. And exhale, sit back onto your butt. Hands can come behind you. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees open out wide. Sit up tall, lift your heart, breathe in. Exhale, hinge forward. Think of reaching your chest forward with a flat back. Hands can stay on your feet if that feels good, or you can walk your hands out in front. Let your head and your neck relax a little bit. A little bit of a break pose, a nice little stretch, and then you're gonna love me next. We'll do some abs. Lift your chest. Draw your knees in. Find your boat pose. So lean back a little bit so you're balancing on your butt. Float one foot and then the other foot. Suck your belly button underneath your ribs. Shoulders relax. Arms can go wide. If you want a lot more, you can reach your arms to the sky and straighten out your legs. If you start to shake, it's working. See if you can keep smiling and breathing. You guys look great. Have a little fun. 2 more. You got it. 1 more inhale. So good. Exhale, find your way to hands and knees. Tabletop, you can roll over your feet if that's comfortable, or swing your legs behind you and step it back to downward facing dog. Deep breath in through your nose. Let it out through your mouth. 1 more. Big breath in and let it out. Big toes together. Float your right leg to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Crescent lunge, rise all the way up, arms to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Create length like you did before. Breathe in. Exhale, twist to your right, left elbow hooks outside your right knee. I prefer to drop my back knee to find some stability through my low back, so feel free to drop your back knee. That's a nice one. Yeah, if you like Emily, you can open up your arms. So you can create a twist through the middle of your spine. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Really press through your back heel, especially if your back knee is lifted. Nice. Energize your back leg. 1 more breath in. Exhale, release your hands around your right foot. Step back to a high plank, and we'll take side plank on our left foot or left knee. So you can drop your left knee to the center of your mat. Yeah, step your right foot back just like that, or you can stack your feet. You guys look great. Or stagger. Think of engaging navel to spine. Lift your hips a little higher. Breathe in. Exhale, release. Through your chaturanga up dog, or just straight back to downward facing dog. Left leg to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Crescent lunge, rise all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Stay for the breath in, create length. Exhale, twist to your left, hook your right elbow. So same options, back knee can drop, arms can always open. If you're keeping your back knee lifted, try and press through your back heel. Yes, so good. Find that twist in the middle of your spine. Open up, breathe. One more inhale. Exhale, release your hands down. Frame your front foot, step back to your high plank, and side plank this time on your right foot or right knee. Left hip and shoulders stack up. So notice if your left hip wants to open, see if you can really stack. Yeah, lift through the side of your body. Use your fingers, so spread them, press into them. One more inhale. Exhale, release through Vinyasa or straight back to down dog. So good. Bend your knees, breathe in, look forward. Step or hop lightly to your hands, exhale. Halfway lift, create lots of length. Fold, relax your head and your neck down toward the ground. Rise to standing, arms float up to the sky. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Sit into your chair pose, Utkatasana. We're going to take it to eagle. We'll move step by step. So starting with your arms, right arm comes below your left. You can connect hands to shoulders or connect your hands if that's accessible. And then if you want to stay here, legs can stay in chair, or you can take your right thigh over your left. Toes can tap the ground, hug your shin, or eventually kind of wrap around. Notice that your knees want to point left. See if you can bring them back to the center of your mat. Yeah, keep breathing. Sit a little bit deeper. It's okay if you fall out, come right back. We're going to unwind to a one-legged Tadasana, arms to the sky, right knee high, breathe in. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart, send your foot back for warrior three. So imagine an up dog in your chest, and imagine stamping your right foot into a back wall. Toes point down, drop your right hip, squeeze your inner thighs, lift, lift, lift your belly button. You got it for 3, 2, 1. Standing splits as you release, hands down, leg even higher. Let your head and your neck go. Feel free to bend your standing leg. Spent a lot of time on it, so if it feels pretty tight, you can always bend your leg. Yeah, if you want a little bit more of a balance challenge, you can crawl your fingertips back in line with your toes or try and take one or both hands to your ankle. To release, we're going to do something a little bit funky. You're going to cross your right ankle behind your left. So that might mean that you have to bend your knees, and that's cool. Lift halfway up, breathe in. Exhale, fold, relax your head and neck down. Bend one or both knees a lot. I like to bend my left knee here. We're going to crawl fingertips to your left and lean your hips to your right. And then opposite direction, fingertips right, lean your hips a little bit to your left. Back to center. Press your weight into your left toes and your fingers a little forward so you can release your right foot back to its regular spot. Lift halfway up, breathe in. Exhale, fold, relax your head and neck. Stand tall, arms to the sky, inhale. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Chair pose, sit low, breathe in. Same thing but to the other side, left arm below your right this time. Create your version of eagle arms. And then if you want your legs, left leg over your right. Imagine you're a little kid trying not to pee, so squeeze it tight. You can sit deeper, knees come back to center, breathe. Breath and your drishti, your gaze, definitely helps in balance, so find them. Inhale, unwind, one-legged Tadasana, hands high, knee high. Exhale, hands to your heart, send your foot back and your chest forward. Eventually, chest and leg become parallel to the ground. Keep dropping your left hip. Squeeze your inner thighs, lift your belly button. Yes, beautiful. One more breath in. Standing splits as you release, hands down. Right knee can bend as much as feels good. Let your head and your neck relax. Lift your left foot just a little higher. If you like the extra balance, fingers can crawl back in line with your toes or one hand to your ankle or your calf. And to release from here, left ankle crosses behind your right. Bend your knees as much as is needed or feels good. Halfway left to breathe in. Fold, release your head and neck down. Crawl your fingers right, let your hips lean a little bit to your left. And then crawl your fingers left and let your hips lean a little bit to your right. Back to center, weight to your right toes and your fingers lean a little forward to float your left foot back, and then release your left foot next to your right. Halfway lift to breathe in. Fold, relax your head and neck down. Rise to standing arms, float high. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Take a moment to close your eyes, adjust your stance, your clothing. Adjust your breath. Blink your eyes open. Shift your weight to your left foot and bring your right foot up for tree pose. So toes can stay on the ground, foot to ankle. You can bring your foot to your thigh or your calf. Just watch that you're not pressing into your knee joint and moving it out of alignment. Yeah, lift your belly button. Hands can stay at your heart. If you want an extra challenge to your balance, reach up, maybe look up. Bring your hands to your heart if you lifted them. Release your foot down to the ground and shake it out a little bit. We're going to use the same leg for dancer's pose before we switch sides. So you shift your weight to your left foot once again. Reach your right arm out like you're holding a tray, palm facing up. And then kick your foot back, find the arch of your foot so the eye of your elbow crease is facing out to the side. Left hand can stay at your heart, reach to the sky. This is already plenty. You're welcome to stay there, work your balance. Or if you feel good, as much as you kick back, think of reaching up and out and try to keep rolling your right hip down. So your knee points, yes, nice adjustments. Your knee points down and back instead of out to the side. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Chaturangas. Excellent little dancers. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Shake out your legs again. Hands to your heart, close your eyes. Reset once again before we move to the other side. So find all those adjustments. Blink your eyes open. Weight moves to your right foot. Left foot comes up for tree pose to start. Ankle, calf, or thigh. And first find your balance with your eyes steady, your hands at your heart, and then if you want to go a little further, you can reach your arms up, try to look up. And know that it's okay if you fall, you can come right back. Hands to your heart if you lift it. And release your leg down. Shake it out. Excellent. Same thing, dancers, on your right foot, left foot's floating. So shift your weight to your right. Left hand out like you're holding a tray. Find your foot. Right arm can reach to the sky. Find balance first, and then think of kicking back to reach forward. Yeah, again, try and rotate your left hip down. There you go. So you're stretching out through the front of your leg, the front side of your body. Equal and opposite energy. As much as you kick, that's how much you reach and stretch forward. And slowly release it back down. Shake it out, do a funny little dance. Arms to the sky. You can't take it too seriously, right? Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hands down, step back to your high plank. Hold high plank. Take a breath in, come forward. Chaturanga, exhale, halfway down. Up dog, slide your heart forward, shoulders back onto the tops of your feet, lift your thighs. Yep. Downward facing dog, hips to the sky. We'll spend a few breaths in down dog. If you'd like to take a child's pose, your shoulders are talking to you, please feel free to take child's pose or dolphin. You can drop to your forearms. Let this be your home base again, so reset. Where's your breath? Where's your mind? Downward facing dog if you're not there. You can always catch up if you need a little bit more time wherever you are. Reach your right leg to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, send your foot forward between your hands. We're gonna set up for warrior one. So left heel's gonna pivot flat. I like my feet out pretty wide, so feel free to heel toe your right foot out to the right or your left foot out to the left or both. Press through your legs and rise up. And then take a moment, hands to your hips, see if you can send your left hip more forward. Yeah, if that means you have to step your foot out a little bit more, you can. Nice. Beautiful. Deep bend into your front knee, eventually over your ankle, and keep some weight on the outside edge of your back foot so you're not collapsing through your arch. Reach your arms to the sky, relax your shoulders. It's a pretty intense pose on your hips, so in a lot of classes we do this pretty early on. I like to do it toward the end so you feel nice and open, feel that stretch. Keep breathing. Straighten out through your front leg, inhale. Exhale, turn your right toes to face the long edge of your mat and then adjust your feet so they're kind of in a line. Hands can come to your hips. Lift your heart, take a breath in, puff up your chest. Exhale, dive forward for Prasarita with a flat back, chest toward the ground. And then feel free to release your fingertips down, beautiful. There's tons of options here. If you're a true beginner, you can stay right here. Hands can always come to blocks. If you know that you like your hands on your feet, on your ankles, or doing something else, go for that. Please feel free to find what feels good in your practice today. Christine's going to go for a headstand. I love it. So is Kelly. Yes. Nice, Emily. So these are all things you can work up toward. They don't make the practice better or worse, just slightly different. We've got 2 more full breaths, so if you're upside down, bring your feet back down. We'll all take hands to hips and rise on an inhale all the way up with a flat back, so like a reverse swan dive. Turn your right toes to the short edge of your mat. Check out your feet, front heels in line with back arch or back heel. You can keep your right leg straight, reach your arms out long. Inhale, send your hips to the back of your mat, your fingers forward, and exhale, tick-tock down for a triangle pose, Konasana. Imagine there's a wall behind you that you can lean into. Find some strength through your legs. So think of lifting through your kneecap to engage your quadriceps, engage your core. Left hand to your left hip. We're going to transition to half moon. It can be a little bit awkward. You're going to bend your right knee. I like to shimmy my back foot in a little bit. Right fingertips to a block or to the ground. And then stack up left shoulder over right. Yes, nice, finding your blocks. So most of us have longer legs than we do torsos. So you can always bring your block to the highest setting or hover your fingertips. So just keep some length through your sides. Yep, lean into me, I gotcha. Try to energize your fingers and your toes, and then see if you can bring your foot forward a little bit for most of us so you see it in your peripheral vision. So most of the time we're kind of kicking pretty far back, yeah. And then try and open up your hip a little bit more, see what that does, beautiful. We'll take another big breath in, and then smooth as can be, which may not be very smooth at all, that's okay, back to a warrior 2. Big step to the back of your mat. Reset up your legs, bend your front knee. Inhale, reverse warrior, stretch it up and back. Exhale, release your hands to the ground. Take your right leg to the sky, down dog splits, breathe in. And we'll exhale, send our shin forward for pigeon. So right knee toward your right wrist, foot toward your left hip, left leg extends behind. So especially if you have some hip stuff, you might sit on a block underneath your right butt cheek, or you can always come onto your back. Create a little bit of length, sit up taller. And then feel free to go deeper by crawling your hands forward. I like to rest my forearms on a block, yep, or your head on a block is nice. See if you can stay active, especially through your right foot. So try and flex your toes. And then let your left toes point straight back. They tend to want to sickle or turn in a little bit. Don't lose your breath if you did come back. We'll take 2 more full breaths. And especially if you're practicing on your own, you can always stay longer. Begin to walk your hands in, lift your chest. Tuck your left toes under, send your right leg to the sky and shake it out. Open up your hip, bend your knee like a dog peeing at a fire hydrant. Do what feels good, some circles, bend and straighten. Get some blood flowing again. Downward facing dog is where we're meeting, feet together or feet hip distance apart. Left leg to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, step your foot forward between your hands, and then take a moment to set up for your warrior 1. So right heel pivots flat, feet spread as much as you need. Rise all the way up. Yeah, you can do hands on your hips if that was helpful on the other side. Kind of draw your right hip even more forward. So toes can point a little bit more forward. Yeah. And then arms to the sky. Keep breathing, relax your shoulders. Notice if your ribs want to puff up, see if you can knit them in a little bit, keep some core engagement. Straighten out your left leg, breathe in. Exhale, turn to your right, and then adjust your feet again as you need to. The same, we'll take hands behind our back, interlace our fingers. If your hands don't reach, you can grab a strap or just do hands on hips again. Puff up your chest, breathe in. Exhale, dive forward with your heart first, and then peel your arms off your back. So if this feels nice, you can stay here in this Prasarita version. If you liked to release your hands to your low back and then down to the ground, go upside down again or do something else, please feel free. Do another 5 breaths. Two more breaths. Hands to your hips. Rise on an inhale with a flat back all the way up. Exhale, turn your left toes to face the short edge of your mat. Adjust your legs as you need to. Arms reach wide. Straighten out your left leg. Inhale, send your hips back, your fingers forward. Exhale, tick-tock to your triangle tree Konasana. So hands down is a little, or gaze down is a little bit easier on your balance. You can always gaze up if that feels good. Feel that wall behind you, lean into it. Yes, nice, Christine. Find your strength. Where can you engage a little bit more? Where can you relax a little bit more so there's a balance? It's not always as tough as you can make it. Right hand to your right hip. Transition to your half moon, little bend into your left knee. Feel free to grab your block and slide it up there. Stack your hips and your shoulders. Right arm can reach to the sky. Yeah, you're welcome. It's the same thing here. It's totally cool if you fall. Imagine there's a wall behind you. Yeah, bring your right foot a little bit forward. Find it in your peripheral vision if you can. Flex your toes, energize your fingers. Breathe, breathe, breathe. One more inhale. Exhale, big step back to a warrior two. It's okay if it's not graceful. Reverse warrior, breathe in. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Take your left leg to the sky, down dog splits, inhale. Exhale, send your shin forward for pigeon. So just like you did on the other side, take a moment to set up, find some length. Notice your back toes. This side may be really different. You can always sit on a block and then go deeper, crawl out in front, rest your forehead or your forearms. This is a pose where we easily lose our mind into thought. If you find that that's happening, reconnect to your breath. Make it smooth and deep once again. Two more full breaths in and out. Walk your hands in, lift your chest. Tuck your right toes under, send your left leg to the sky. Shake it out, open up your hip. Find your fire hydrant, pee on it, some circles. Extend your leg long, breathe in. Exhale, release down to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank, upward push-up. Exhale, lower slowly to your belly. Feel free to drop your knees. Hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers if that's comfortable. Reach your hands back to lift your chest off your mat, and then if it feels okay on your low back, zip up your legs and float your feet. Tuck your chin in slightly so there's some space through the back of your neck. One more breath in, lift a little higher. Exhale, release down. Head to one side, hands rest by your sides. Send breath into your shoulders, your upper back. Feel it stretch out and expand. And then send breath into your lower back. Chin or forehead to your mat. This time bend your knees, reach back to find your feet or your ankles. And kick back to lift up. Bow pose, Dhanurasana. Same thing, tuck your chin in slightly, find some length through your neck, nice. Just as much as feels good for you, kick, kick, kick to lift, lift, lift. One more inhale. Exhale, release down. Head to the other side. You can release your feet in your hands, or if it feels good, bend your knees and windshield wiper your feet side to side. It's a nice low back release sometimes. Let your feet come down. Hands by your sides, press to a child's pose just for 3 breaths. Knees together is a nice release for your sacrum, so feel free to explore what your body needs at this moment. Lift to hands and knees, tabletop. Reach your right arm out and up, breathe in. Exhale, thread to your left. In between your hand and your knee, drop onto your shoulder and let your head come down. Left hand can stay, reach in front of you, or wrap around your back. If there's something else you know that you like, take that. And gently unwind. Press into your left hand to unthread your right arm, reach it up to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, release it down. Other side, left arm out and up, breathe in, and thread to your right, exhale. Same thing, set up how you like your right arm to be, where it feels like a good opening, twisting through your spine. And gently release. Right hand down, left arm unwinds, out and up, breathe in. Exhale, release your hand down. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, last down dog. At least for this practice, I don't know what you're doing later today. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, you're gonna come to a seat. So you can hop down or hop through, or just bring your butt down, extend your legs. Let's take our right knee out to the side, foot inside your inner thigh. Sit up really tall, you can reach your arms to the sky. And exhale, hinge forward with a flat back, Shavasana, or head to knee. Relax your head. And stretch through the back of your leg. Gently lift yourself up and switch. Extend your right leg. Left knee moves out to the side. Sit up tall, arms reach high, breathe in. Think of hinging with a flat back forward. Hands wherever they go on your leg, and relax your head. Slowly lift yourself up. Extend both legs. We'll do one more forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Both legs extended. I like knees bent here if my low back is feeling tight. Leg straight is going to get more into hamstrings, so kind of find what feels good. Arms up, breathe in. And then think of hinging forward, flat back, so you tilt at your pelvis, relax your head, your neck. Feel your breath move into places that are tight. So with each inhale, you're creating space and openness. Each exhale, going a little bit deeper into that new space you created. Lift your chest. You can scoot your bottom a little bit forward. We're going to roll onto our back. So however you want to get there. Lots of control from the guys over here. Good job. Bend your knees. Place your feet on your mat. Knees point up to the sky. And find your heels with your fingertips. Or reach in that direction. If you know you like a supported bridge, you have a block. You can slide a block underneath your sacrum, your waistband area. Otherwise, we're just going to press through our feet, lift our hips, find a bridge pose. Hands can stay flat, yeah, or you can interlace your fingers and begin to shimmy your shoulders a little bit closer, open up your chest. If you have the block, relax into it, wherever your belly, your ribs, your chest, fully with each breath in. One more inhale. Exhale, release. If you have the block, lift up to slide it out. Hug your knees into your chest. Let your low back release. Side to side rocks are nice, or some circles in the ceiling with your hands on your kneecap. Gives a nice little massage. Move in both directions. Take your arms out wide in a T and let both knees fall gently to your right. You can turn to look toward your left hand. Keep breathing, even if it's a little slower now. Gently pass through center, let your knees come all the way to your left. Same thing, you can look toward your right hand, if that's okay on your neck. If not, just keep your head in line with your sternum. And then back to center. One last pose before Shavasana. Happy baby, knees toward your armpits. You can hold on to the back of your legs, your calves, or your feet. And see if you can draw your thighs outside your ribs to the ground and then press your tailbone, your butt back down. So sometimes that means you hold on someplace else, and that's cool. If your low back is pretty flat, you can rock side to side. Do any other movements, stretch out one leg and then the other. And then find your way into a little mini Shavasana. Legs out in front, palms face up by your side. If you like something else, one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart, or knees bent, find that. You can now let go of your breath. Let go of control of your body. Let go of control of your mind. Just noticing as thoughts float in and float right back out. Feel free to stay longer. It was an extra short Shavasana. If you're ready to move again, you can take some small movements in your fingers and your toes. Stretch your arms over your head, get as long as you can. And turn to your right side with your knees into your chest. Keep your eyes closed, press up to a comfortable seated position. And take a moment here just to notice how you feel right now. What may have shifted or changed for you. And what, if anything, you can take with you from your practice into another aspect of your life. Palms together in front of your heart. Gently bow your head. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.